Right now, over 1 billion people worldwide suffer from chronic fatigue, poor sleep, or declining cognitive performance. Most are told it is stress, age, or lifestyle. Nobody is telling them about this fruit. Inside your brain, mitochondria produce ATP, the energy currency your neurons run on. When mitochondrial output drops, everything drops with it. Focus, memory, mood, energy. Most people accept this as normal aging. It is not normal, it is fixable. There is a fruit called Durian, banned in hotels across Southeast Asia, illegal on public transport in Singapore, sold for $400 a piece in Japan. But in Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia, traditional medicine has used it for over 600 years as a brain tonic, energy restorer, and mood stabilizer. Durian contains a rare compound called tryptophan, the direct precursor to serotonin and melatonin, at concentrations higher than any other known fruit. One study, published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, found that durian flesh contains 11 active compounds directly linked to neurological regulation. Not a supplement, not a synthetic molecule. A fruit your body already knows how to use. Here is the exact mechanism. Durian delivers tryptophan across the blood-brain barrier. Once inside, it converts to 5-HTP, then to serotonin. From serotonin, your brain manufactures melatonin. Deep sleep, restored cognition, stabilized mood. But why is this broken in most people? Processed food depletes tryptophan. Chronic stress burns through serotonin reserves, and blue light at night blocks melatonin production entirely. In 2012, researchers at the University of Nottingham, Malaysia, published a study analyzing durian's neurochemical profile. They identified elevated levels of tryptophan, vitamin B6, and potassium working together as a synergistic triad. Vitamin B6 is the cofactor required to convert tryptophan into serotonin. Without B6, tryptophan stalls. Durian is one of the only fruits that delivers both in meaningful concentrations simultaneously. But here is where it gets really interesting. A 2019 study in Nutrients, a peer-reviewed MDPI journal, analyzed durian's antioxidant density and found it contains dihydrosphingosine and other rare sphingolipids not found in any other commonly consumed fruit. These compounds directly protect myelin, the insulating sheath around your neurons. When myelin degrades, cognitive speed drops. When it is protected, your brain stays sharp decades longer, and your doctor has likely never mentioned durian once. 70% of adults report poor sleep quality. Poor sleep for more than 2 weeks begins to structurally damage prefrontal cortex neurons. Memory consolidation fails. Decision-making slows. The brain physically degrades. Most people take a sleeping pill and stop there. Here is what chronic sleep deprivation is doing silently. Cortisol spikes at night instead of dropping. Growth hormone, released only in deep sleep, stops being produced. Your cells stop repairing. Your brain stops clearing metabolic waste through the glymphatic system. You wake up with a toxic brain every morning. Durian delivers tryptophan and B6 together, the two compounds your brain needs to synthesize melatonin from scratch. In subjects with low tryptophan intake, restoring dietary tryptophan improves sleep quality by up to 34% within 2 weeks. And here is where it gets interesting. No grogginess the next morning, because this is not a sedative, it is a precursor. Now serotonin. 90% of your serotonin is made in the gut, not the brain. But its precursor must cross into the brain to regulate mood, anxiety, and impulse control. Today, 1 in 5 adults is clinically depressed or anxious. The standard solution is an SSRI, a drug that stops serotonin from being recycled, not one that helps you make more of it. When serotonin is low, you feel it. Mood swings with no clear trigger, sensitivity to criticism, cravings for carbohydrates, because your body is trying to spike tryptophan through insulin. These are not personality traits, these are biochemistry signals. And most psychiatrists are not talking about food. Durian is the highest tryptophan fruit documented in nutritional literature. Combined with its B6 content, which converts tryptophan to 5-HTP, you are giving your brain the raw material to regulate itself. People who eat durian regularly report mood stabilization within 10 to 14 days. Your mitochondria need 3 things to produce energy efficiently: thiamine, potassium, and an antioxidant environment that prevents oxidative stress from shutting them down. Durian delivers all 3. A 100-gram serving contains 27% of your daily thiamine, 9% of your potassium, and a polyphenol profile that neutralizes the free radicals mitochondria generate as a byproduct of energy production. This is not general nutrition. This is targeted mitochondrial support. From a fruit that smells like garbage and costs $400 in Tokyo, The 2019 nutrient study found that durian contains dihydrosphingosine and sphingonine, two sphingolipids that are the structural building blocks of myelin. As myelin degrades with age, processing speed drops, reaction time slows. Most people accept this as inevitable. It is not. The brain can maintain myelin integrity if it receives the right structural compounds. And your doctor has never mentioned that a fruit could deliver them, because there is no pill for it. There is just this fruit. One more mechanism. Durian contains a high concentration of organosulfur compounds, the same class found in garlic and onions, linked to neuroprotection and detoxification. These compounds cross the blood-brain barrier and act as chelating agents, binding heavy metals like mercury and lead that accumulate in brain tissue over decades. Studies on organosulfur compounds show meaningful reduction in neuroinflammation markers within 3 weeks of consistent intake. Final mechanism, and this one surprises people. Durian contains manganese, copper, and magnesium in unusually high concentrations for a fruit. These three minerals work as cofactors for osteocalcin, the protein that deposits calcium into bone. A single serving delivers more bone-supporting micronutrients than most commonly recommended supplements. Most people who have tried durian tried it wrong. Frozen, processed, or as a flavoring. That version is dead. The compounds that matter are heat sensitive and oxidation sensitive. Fresh only, raw only. The moment it is cut open, the clock starts. Open the durian along its natural seam. Use a cloth. The spines are real. Pull it apart. The flesh comes in pods. Take one pod. You can eat it directly, that is the most potent delivery, or blend it with cold water or coconut water. If the taste is too intense at first, it will be. Pair it with frozen banana and coconut milk. The fat in coconut milk actually increases the absorption of durian's fat-soluble compounds. Start with one pod 2 or 3 times per week. After 2 weeks, assess your sleep, your morning energy, and your mood stability. 2 things before you start. If you are taking MAOIs, antidepressants, or alcohol, avoid durian. Its tyramine content can interact with these substances and cause blood pressure spikes. And if you have a known latex allergy, test a small amount first. Cross-reactivity has been documented in clinical literature. For everyone else, durian has been consumed daily by hundreds of millions of people across Southeast Asia for over 1,000 years. One of the most micronutrient-dense fruits on Earth, and science is only now catching up to what traditional medicine already knew. Try this for 21 days. Track your sleep quality, track your morning clarity, track how you feel by the end of week 2. One fruit, banned in hotels, sold for $400 in Tokyo. And it does something no pill on earth does. It gives your brain what it needs to regulate itself.